Well, today I'm with my friend Etienne Barnard. He's the CEO and founder of NuMind. He holds a PhD in statistical physics and was the head of machine learning group at Wolfram Research for 7 years. And his new startup, NuMind, allows you to extract structured information from any document, that's PDF, image, or spreadsheet, at scale. And with the launch of their new Extract 2.0, you can automate your data entry process with their specialized LLM/VLM privately or via API. So, Etienne, it's great to have you today.
Yeah, thank you. It's great to be here.
Awesome. Well, let's get into the problem that you're solving.
Yes, I mean, you kind of summarized it already. It's extracting information from documents, and the main task we are solving is to transform this document into structured data, which means JSON, and it's mainly for, let's say, banks, insurance that process a lot of document, and they need to enter this information in their process in the database. And currently, it's a lot is still done manually because surprisingly enough, our LLMs, even though the generalist LLMs, even though they can do really nice things like code to some extent and other sort of impressive things, they are not that great at extracting information from documents and structured information, and that's why we decided to tackle this problem and create LLMs that are specialized in extracting structured information.
Well, I looked at your graph that you showed where your LLM was way up here and others were down here and down here and down here. So yours being so specific makes it way more accurate. Can you just talk about why that's important or why is it so much better performing?
Yeah. So why it's important is just that you don't want mistakes in the information you extract. If, let's say that you need to decide if somebody can be given a credit or not. If you do mistakes in the pay stubs, mistake in the tax return, this has big consequences. And so often you need to have human in the loop actually that check that things are correct. And if you have a lot of mistakes, then the human need to review everything. Also, kind of a detail, which is not a detail, is that generalist LLMs, they do not say when they are unsure about a given extraction. And because of this, even if you just have 10% of errors, you still need to review everything because you don't know where the errors might be. But if you have a system that can tell you there might be an error here in my extraction and there might be an error here, then you need way less human review to get high quality extraction. And to answer the second part, basically why we are better. So yeah, the simple answer is that we are specialized. We extract on, we train on millions of documents that are properly extracted, and in particular, we add a lot of examples for which the information requested is not in the document.
Hmm.
So we specifically train the model to return null for the fields where the information is not present. In a sense, we train it to say, I don't know,
Yeah.
when it doesn't know. And that way we reduce hallucination substantially. So that's one aspect where we gain a lot compared to generalist models.
And the applications for this technology are everywhere, right? I know you said financial and legal and medical, but the
Medical also,
use
yeah.
for extracting and creating structured information from documents is in every industry, right?
Yeah, it's in many places. Obviously, as you mentioned, like this industry are the bigger users, the biggest user of this. But we see a bit everywhere, in the transport industry, for cargo manifest, for all these
Hmm.
things, they need to extract the structured information and to enter the database. So we see a bit everywhere. I must say there's another task that we have started to tackle. This one is truly everywhere. It's a task of pre-processing data to be included in a RAG system, meaning like these private chat GPTs that are in various companies, they need to ingest the documents of companies that are in many formats. It's a PDF, it's a PowerPoint, it's an image, it's a scan, or it's just a text, an email, or something like that. And they need to extract the entire content of the document. We call it content extraction as
Mhm.
opposed to structured data extraction. And we're just starting in this domain. This one is truly, yeah, everywhere for every company that they want their private ChatGPT and they need to use the processing.
Nice. I heard the other application would be for the chat. So let's say customer support, the chat needs to extract that data from the chat and do it accurately in real time and be able to respond by an API call.
Yeah, no, this also structured extraction can be as well. However, our AI is not, conversational AI.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it can be used in support to a conventional AI to extract some particular information, uh, especially when you have precise information that you need to get from the customer, which, yeah, which can be. Sometimes I have the example of a broker, insurance broker. They speak with
Hmm.
someone on the phone and they need a bunch of information about their house or their car to give them the quotes, the insurance quote of various providers. And in that case, structured extraction is pretty nice because you can, from the conversation, fill up, a sort of a small
Like a form,
database of
kind of.
what you exactly kind of fill up. It's kind of, yeah, filling up a form, and then the conversational AI can see, okay, AI can see, okay, that's what I already have information, and I still need
Mm.
to ask for this, and I still need to ask for that. So we've seen example of use case in synergy with a conversational AI.
So I heard you also say that GPT-5 is more expensive. So can you talk about that a bit?
No, definitely, these generalist models are way bigger than our model. It can be up to, yeah, 50 times bigger. Like our biggest model is 50 times smaller than the biggest model
Mm.
of OpenAI, Anthropic, and so on. And the consequence that it's cheaper to run, but the other consequence is that it can be run privately. And that's super important because extracting information from documents, a lot of them are confidential, have private information in them. And so the companies, they often want to have it on premises or on a cloud that they can control. And when it's a big model, you need several GPUs to serve them. Whereas with our platform, our model, you need one GPU.
What about speed
Um,
then? Is it a
so
lot faster?
yeah, it's also faster. When it's smaller, it's faster, for
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
nice. Okay, cool. Well, who's an ideal target prospect for you? Like, what's your ideal customer that would engage with you today?
Yeah, it's insurance companies and banks.
Okay.
That's clearly I mean, the fact are there. We used to be, I mean, we're still horizontal to some extent, but we have more success with insurance and banks because they basically, their process is pretty heavy. There are many use cases of extraction, and for each of these use cases, the current thing they need to do is to spend 6 months, 1 year to create a big data set and to train a model on that and to use classical CR technique and so on. And they want to spend this year for each use case, and there may have 50 of them. So they want to use LLM. They realize this value. But then they use generalist LLMs and they realize, oh, I cannot, it's not perfect, and I don't know
Mm.
when the model is sure or not. And so it's not ready yet. But we come here and we say, well, with us, we are ready now. So you can gain 2 years. You don't have to wait 2 years for the generalist LLM to eventually work for use case. Just come to us and we'll make it work.
I heard you say this is the holy grail of information extraction. What did you mean by that?
Yeah, so yeah, the holy grail is to have a model that you just define the template or schema, however you want to call it. So that's what you want to extract. I want to extract the names, the last name, the birth date, stuff like that. Maybe a little bit of instructions. Like typically the price, you will find him on the bottom right corner, few instructions. And then that's it. You push this and it just works as
Got
good
it.
as a human. That's where we are going for, and that's what would unlock the deployment of this solution, in many places. We are not there yet. Even with us, we are not there yet.
Hmm.
There are still some errors, so that's why we try to give the certainty and things like that, so that a human can efficiently review the last errors we make. But yeah, we hope, and we have a bit of a joke internally. We want to reach AGE, which is artificial general extraction, which is basically what I described here. And our optimist timeline is in a year we can have a model that has AGE, and that would of course be great. Um, Maybe a
Is
year
there
and a half, we'll see.
is there anything besides your application or your model that's doing anything like this? Is this total groundbreaking?
We are pretty unique. There are some other models that are specialized for extractions. I've seen some companies that are starting to do this, but it's pretty rare. Most solutions use generalist models.
Hmm.
So yeah, we are pretty unique.
Okay.
Please.
So if people want to learn more, how would you like them to reach out and contact you and learn more?
Oh yeah, they just go to our website and they can read the blog post, of course, and they can also take a meeting with me. Just click on the Calendly and take whatever slot fits you.
Got it. Well, Etienne, this has been really exciting learning more about your solution, and I look forward to watching the growth at NuMind and just staying in touch.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was very nice.
Okay. All right.
Bye,
Thanks.
Walter.